George R.R. Martin blatantly teases an Elden Ring adaptation. Nintendo reveals their plan to make Scalpers cry, and polyamory comes to The Sims. I'm Ash Dixon, and this is Ginx News. Shadow of the Erdtree, man. Yeah, it had a rocky start with some performance issues and people crying about how hard the game was, but now that people have had a chance to sink their teeth, including those who are somehow breezing through bosses using just their mind, well, it's starting to feel like the expansion will be remembered as one of the greatest of all time. And man, we all know what that means when a game has resounding critical and financial success. It's film adaptation time, baby! Actually, screw it, make it a TV show too.
6 seasons and a movie!
And thanks to The Last of Us and Fallout, we can actually dare to trust Hollywood execs with an IP like Elden Ring without feeling like we've just given Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet. But why talk about this now? An Elden Ring TV show or movie is very likely on the way. How do we know? Well, George R.R. Martin was casually updating his weekly blog when, completely unprompted, he wrote, "Oh, and about those rumors you may have heard about a feature film or television series based on Elden Ring, I have nothing to say. Not a word. Nope, not a thing. I know nothing. You never heard a peep from me. What rumor? And bro, have you not heard of subtlety?" But then again, he did write The Red Wedding. In fact, it's such a blatantly obvious tease that I'm kind of worried he's just trolling us at this point, because outside of creating incredible fantasy worlds, his other main talent seems to be not actually giving them to us. But it's an interesting concept because when you have such a vast, epic universe, what portion of it do you focus on for an adaptation? I'm not sure it would be wise to just repeat what happens in the games. After all, they've been designed to be experienced as games and need the interactivity and player exploration to deliver the narrative from software wants. And without going into spoilers, a lot of the greatest aspects of Elden Ring is the voyage of discovery and the moments that make you go, "Holy shit, what am I looking at?" But there is a question of the novella Martin wrote by request of FromSoft. Allegedly, it tells the story of what happened in the build-up to the shattering of the Elden Ring and the wars between the key characters. But the text itself has never seen the light of day. Surely that would be the best way to create a unique film or TV show separate to the games, but still very much feel tied to them. Whatever happens, it won't be From Software directly making it. Miyazaki himself said that, "I don't think myself or From Software have the knowledge or ability to produce something in a different medium." So whoever does end up producing it, let's just hope that it maintains the legacy of one of gaming's greatest ever achievements. As much as I love new consoles coming out, in reality, it's often a nightmarish experience. We'll have them dangled in our faces in cool, snazzy videos. We'll queue up for hours on day one, all just to discover that they're sold out, often due to the human embodiment of dysentery, otherwise known as scalpers. Now, hate is a strong word, and I'm really not a violent person, but man, when I saw those scalpers advertising hordes of PS5s for disgusting prices, I couldn't help but wish for their mountain of consoles to fall down upon them and conveniently crush them to death. Luckily, Nintendo shares my disdain, and Nintendo has a plan to beat scalpers. They're simply going to make an absolute ton of Switch 2s. Ultimately, it's a supply and demand issue, and Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa has said in a recent shareholder call that they're just going to make enough units to meet demand. Which might also explain the delay in the Switch 2, as originally it was thought it would launch this year. Now it seems it will drop at the beginning of 2025. Either way, it's a win-win for Nintendo. Oh no, we have to make more Switch 2s, which we know are guaranteed to sell? Fine, I guess we'll just make more money then. And as you'll likely not have to pay exorbitant prices for the Switch 2, why not consider checking out our Patreon, Ginx Plus. Get exclusive content, have a say on the content we make, and oh, look at that, there's currently a 7-day free trial. Capcom have confirmed we will be getting a Resident Evil 9 and that the director of 7 is returning to lead the project. We've just had the Capcom Next digital event, and alongside news on a handful of upcoming games, the official announcement for our follow-up to Resi Evil Village was perhaps the juiciest of the bunch. Director Koshi Nakanishi said of the project, "It was difficult to figure out what to do after Resident Evil 7, but I found it, and to be honest, it feels substantial." I can't share any details yet, but I hope you're excited for the day I can. Now, before you do get too excited, no announcement was made about when we might see this new game, though prominent leaker Dusk Golem has posited a potential release in January next year, which, considering we haven't seen anything about this game yet, would be a pretty fast turnaround. But that wasn't the only news from Capcom, because we're also getting a shiny new remaster of the original Dead Rising game. Now, to make you feel very old, the original game came out 18 years ago when Shakira was #1 in the charts and The Da Vinci Code was the highest grossing movie of the year. However, in a slightly strange turn of events, the original voice actor won't be returning to play the role of Frank West. Terrence Waterlow starred in the original game but wasn't even asked to come back for this remaster. It's not been confirmed why, but someone on Twitter did point out that Capcom refused to work with union actors, which Waterlow is a part of. Another user pointed out that the situation resembles that of Alison Court, who played Claire Redfield in Resident Evil 2 and reprised the role in a further 5 games, but then wasn't cast in the Resident Evil 2 remake. Cause, you know, we wouldn't want workers having rights now, would we?
Oh, by the way, I was being sarcastic.
There was also a look at the upcoming strategy title Kinitsugami, Path of the Goddess, and a release of Resi 7 on iOS for mobile gamers to look forward to. So what do you think of the news? Are you glad we're getting another Resi game helmed by the creator of 7? And which character would you love 9 to revolve around? Let us know down in the comments. Time now for a rapid fast quickfire round. Don't know why I said it like that. Is this the worst Call of Duty skin you've ever seen? It's part of the extra crispy bundle and it allows you to fry an entire chicken before gobbling down the whole thing. I think you'll agree, it looks pretty foul. A gamer is about to be made a saint by the Catholic Church. Carlo Acutis was an Italian teenager who tragically died of leukemia in 2006 at the age of 15. Before his untimely passing, he was known to volunteer to help the homeless, spend his time cleaning up litter, and for playing games like Halo and Pokemon, a genuine saint in anyone's book. Now, typically, candidates require at least 2 miracles to be attributed to them, but Acutis seems to have been somewhat fast-tracked due to his relatability with young Catholics. Polyamory is coming to Sims 4. And boy, I already know you Sims players are gonna have a field day with this one. The new romantic boundary system allows your Sims to date based on their romantic preferences, who they like to woohoo, as well as their dating exclusivity. So yep, enjoy your new beautiful Sims polycules, everyone. Yes, that is a furry in the trailer. And that's the show! Please like and subscribe to our fresh new YouTube channel, otherwise I might follow in the footsteps of the new Sims update and die of heartbreak.